turning the tables.
Welcome back to Turning the Tables. Today we have Christie Pearce Rampone. Hi, honey.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You've had a long, decorated career for the U.S. Women's National Team. How did you maintain such a longevity and consistent over nearly 2 decades?
It was a long time. I think just loved to compete.
Amazing.
The adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah, no. So how did...
Yeah, it was just, I played multiple sports growing up. Wasn't defined by one sport. So I think when I went to college playing 2 sports, I played basketball and then soccer. And then...
Oh, you played both.
Yeah.
Wow,
so when I made it to the
amazing.
highest level, it was almost like soccer chose me. Like I finally was like committed to like one thing and I put everything into it at that point. So the longevity, I was a late bloomer, just getting after it. I wanted to continue to stay there and play at the highest level. That competition, the adrenaline, and I played into my 40s because it was something that I wanted to do.
That's amazing. And then what, they scouted you while you were at college?
Yeah, they scouted me when I was at college. I just got really lucky, to be honest, because it was playing just
it was
meant to be, right?
Yeah,
it was just like
meant to be.
everything aligned because
Right.
I was playing a game and the head coach at the time, Tony
Divine
DeChico.
timing.
Yeah, it was perfect timing because he was at the game, had no idea who he was. He was there for his best friend, supporting his best friend, coaching. I was on the opposing team. He saw me, and then I got the call in.
That's awesome.
That was just
So
meant to
great.
be.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I don't know if everyone doesn't know this, but I was on Special Forces with Christie, so I'm so excited to
Yes.
see her. So we'll get into that a little bit more, after a few more questions. As a captain of a national team, so you were the captain.
Yes.
Awesome. How did you develop your leadership on the field, especially with your younger players joining the squad?
Yeah, so I'm more of a quiet leadership style. I always say it comes in all different shapes and sizes. So I just led through example. I led through listening. When the younger players were coming in, I was making sure that I was listening to their needs and their wants and
That's
trying
really
to help
important.
them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not one picking the players that are playing. It's the coach. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was comfortable so that they were playing at their best so that we could be in all the best national team in the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it was just quiet and composed, watching, observing, and then using my voice when it was needed.
I love that. Yeah. You overcame serious injuries and came back multiple times. Can you share a moment where you had to rebuild both physically and mentally?
Yeah, it was in 2001 when I tore my ACL. It's like a 12-month recovery,
Yes.
and
Oh
it's,
my God.
I won a World Cup. I just got the silver at the Olympics, and the goal was to get that gold. And then you go down and you realize, like, here I am, this athletic, fit player that I'm still learning my skill sets, but I'm there because I'm fast and athletic. And then I just tore my knee. And it's just like, especially in professional sports, it's time away, which gives somebody an opportunity to take your spot. So that was definitely mentally challenging, physically challenging. But I will say, putting in the work, I came back stronger, faster, quicker, a better person overall that I think helped with that longevity of my career.
Wow. And you did a lot of physical therapy.
It's so much
stuff.
physical therapy, but it was
Yeah.
just like small muscles, that we kind of ignore. We
Yeah.
go into these big muscles in the gym and we're just running to run. And now it was like I was doing, all my fitness with a purpose, to build
Yeah.
that strength back to protect the injury and to be better.
It's so crazy. Before we went on Special Forces, I was in physical therapy. I went for my knee
For your knee
and
Yeah.
my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's crazy. It's like that physical therapy. If anybody doesn't believe in it, it really
It
does
works.
help.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they teach you the exercises to strengthen that muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, knock on wood, I haven't had
Yeah.
problems.
Right,
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
So yeah, because I don't even know what I did. I think I twisted it in bed.
Yeah, it's the
It was-
awkward. It's like I always say, I
Yeah.
played sports for how long, and it's like going up a stair or just
Yeah, it was
walking
weird. I think
sometimes
me and my
twist.
husband in bed. I twisted it. I was
Just
like,
twisted,
what
like,
the hell happened to
did
my
you
knee?
hear that?
We were on
Yeah.
vacation and I'm like, that was so weird,
Yeah.
And then it was started bothering me.
Yeah.
And then my shoulder, it's just from carrying the babies, carrying
All on the one side.
yeah,
Yep.
everything on the one side, doing everything on the right hand.
Yeah.
That, hurt my
Needed extra
shoulder.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even from lifting weights. But physical therapy does work. Yeah. The next question. You played across different leagues and tournaments. What difference did you experience between league play, national team duties, and balancing it both?
Big difference, right? So national team is the highest level, and you're playing for your country. So there's a little bit more passion behind it,
Yeah.
and you're going to a World Cup and you're playing against other countries and going outside of the states to play and compete and kind of dealing with the culture shock when you go outside. So it was just mentally and physically challenging because you're dealing with jet lag, you're dealing with, different styles of play and competing at the highest level because everybody wants your position. So you have to show up every day to compete. You have to be consistent. So it's definitely mentally challenging. And then playing professionally, it's at a different level. However, you're trying to build something. So you're, when I was playing professionally, I was trying to help manage younger players, also with managing myself, being a mom, being a little bit more closer to home, not traveling as much, and just trying to help these players increase their fitness and speed of play so that it could be at a level that people want to watch. And right now it's at an amazing level to watch and support around the world.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do now?
Now I coach high school soccer, so I'm
I was
helping
gonna say, so do you
so I'm
teach
still,
coaching?
Yeah, I'm trying to be home a little bit more because I traveled for 19
Right.
years.
Yeah,
so
no, I know.
kind of taking a step back and being there to support my girls.
Good, I
But
know
I'm
you have the
coaching
two-
high school.
How old are they?
19 and 15.
Oh,
The two
they
girls,
are 19.
yeah.
They seem younger.
Yeah.
So 19 and 15. Okay.
Yep, and they're, one's in college and one's in high school, so they're 4 years apart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Gia and my second are 4 years apart.
yeah.
And then my third and my last one are 4 years.
or
Three, exactly 3
3.
years and 9 months.
Yeah.
The
I love
Gia,
the age gap.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it because when Melania was a senior, then Adriana was a freshman.
Yeah.
So she looked over her,
Yeah.
and I like that.
That's
I was
nice,
That was
yeah.
cute. I know.
It helps, especially with the social aspect in a freshman in high school.
Right.
That
yeah.
helps.
And now you're a soccer coach for
high school. Just volunteer helping
love
out
that.
and just kind of,
And my
teaching the
second daughter
lessons.
and my third daughter both played soccer.
yeah.
Yeah, they loved it. Remember, I think I told
Yeah,
you.
you were telling me
and then
that.
my
Good
second daughter,
sport.
she was
Yeah.
in club. But then
Yeah.
that was it. I wish they would have did it in college because that would have been good if they got scholarships.
Yeah, it would have been great, right?
I know, that would have been
Those
great,
college-
but that didn't
yeah.
happen.
I know. That would have been
So,
nice.
yeah.
Same with my daughter. She wanted to play in college, but then
Oh, is she playing?
She got injured. She had
I
2
remember you-
ACLs, and I was like, talk about physical therapy. That was like 3
remember you
years, which
telling
then
me.
she became, worked at the physical therapy place, helping because she knew how to do everything. And then now she's going to nursing. So I'm like, all right,
Oh,
being a team
good.
sport
Yeah.
environment with all the injuries. So yeah,
That's good.
making it work.
Yeah. After having children and
Mm-hmm.
coming back to play at a high level, how did you balance being a mom and being the top athlete?
Yeah, it was tough, traveling the world with 2 children. I think what helped me is it put,
I know. I think you were bringing them with you,
yeah,
right?
they traveled everywhere
And
with me.
you did homeschool, right?
No,
Did
they
you do
still went to
homeschool?
school. So they
Oh, wow.
traveled up to like 7. Riley was like 2nd grade. They're like, okay, now she can't miss as much.
Oh,
But they thought the culture environment of going overseas and being around other children and experiencing it firsthand was just as good.
Yeah,
So
it
they
is.
allowed her to miss
I love
here and
that.
there. And then once she was in 2nd grade, I was like, all right, you're full school. And then I had, Reese traveling with me. So then it was just the one. But I put it in perspective because I was so into competing and so into being perfect all the time that this allowed me to have a little bit of a balance where it was like, all right, I'm all in when I'm on the soccer field, but then when I go back to the hotel, I'm mom.
right.
And it gave me a little bit of I didn't always think about the game. I didn't always, go over my mistakes or try to watch film all the time. So
Oh,
I think
that's
I
what you
became,
do?
yeah,
I
I,
mean,
think it
that's
just
what- I
became
mean,
better.
Because after I film and be on reality TV, then I think about it. I'm like, what did I say again? Did I
what did I
say
do?
that? Did I
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, you evaluate yourself.
Yes.
You're constantly trying to better yourself, but it's hard watching yourself back.
Yeah, so that's good. You guys
Yeah.
watch film. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. But that's good. And it gave you a break,
It gave me a break.
Yeah.
It's just even though
which we all need that.
it's
you know?
hard being a mom, and it's taxing and
Yeah.
exhausting, and there's games that I've played on no sleep because Riley Reese were up all night.
Right.
But you just open that door and like put a smile on your face and just keep moving forward. That was it. Whether you're tired or not, like you have a job to do.
You're right. Looking back at your career, what is one match or moment that stands out as the most defining career turning point?
I think in 2008, when we won the Olympic gold medal, being a mom and having Riley there and starting that tournament, we lost the first game. Press conferences, everybody told us just to go home. We weren't good enough. And I think when that final whistle blew and being a mom and being Riley, I'm like, I could do this. You know, like I've accomplished so much in my life in sports, and now I was able to balance it and prove to people that you can do both and still be at the top of your game.
Right.
And then it allowed me to have that confidence to have a second child.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. You've been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see your legacy now, both on and off the field?
I think my legacy is someone that.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
amazing.
Yeah, it was such an honor being, and the first year that I was able, and eligible to be in the Hall of Fame and being accepted. It was unbelievable, and just knowing that I'm hoping that my legacy would be something as I was someone that consistently showed up to make everyone around her better, and help lead the team towards success, and being a defender and being in the backseat of everything. I think it was like perfect for me because I got to see others shine, and I loved that, and seeing like the personalities come on the field and like people shining, and I got to just then take that back seat and smile as almost the leader and the mom of the group. It's just like my girls are doing good.
Yeah.
So it was just accepting an award like that. That's such a prestigious award of
amazing.
Giving receiving it a year. The first time that I was eligible to receive it was pretty amazing.
Well, how long ago was that?
5 years ago, maybe now.
That's
4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Congratulations. Do you draw lessons from sports into your life now, especially in roles beyond soccer?
I think so. I think the lessons I've learned through sport help me, later on, like, the discipline.
Right.
Obviously, we fell in special forces, and just accountability piece, and then towards the end, like that balance piece, like, so you can't be all into one thing and lose your identity. And I think sports was my identity, and I realized in the middle of my career, being able to be a mom and play sports kind of helped me, with those lessons of like, it's okay to take a break. It's okay,
yes, definitely.
To, be patient with yourself at times, like we're so high strung. It's like, we want to do everything. We want to be perfect, and we want to provide, and we want to do everything we can as a parent and as the provider for our children. But like sports help me, like, you can take a deep breath at times and just respond to situations more than react. I think I learned that through sports too, is like sometimes we react and it's not always the best, thing coming out of your mouth. Just take a deep breath, respond, and then tackle that situation the best you can.
Yeah, I love that. What advice do you have for female athletes today who are facing pressure or balancing life outside sport?
I think I would say to the athlete, where's the pressure coming from? Is it coming from internal from you, or is it coming from distractions in the outside world? And once you kind of figure out where that pressure is coming from, you can help alleviate it. Because I would say my pressure came a lot from myself and having high expectations for myself. I wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
I wanted to be, I always wanted to be on the best team, or I wanted to be the goal scorer. I wanted to make sure that I was providing for my teammates in the field. So I then had to self-reflect and kind of helped with my own inner voice to help me alleviate that pressure. So I think identifying where the pressure's coming from at first, and then realizing like you can have fun.
Right.
Like I think it's one thing I look back and I wish I enjoyed it more, because I was always on to the next. Like when's my next game? And when can I compete again? So it's just like kind of
enjoying it while you're
playing it. Yeah. Because I think there is so much pressure out there, and there's so many distractions that get in the way of like what we truly want to do. So it's like telling those youth athletes, like, where's the pressure coming from? How do you solve it? And then how do we move forward?
Yeah, I mean, as you're just saying that, it makes me think of about my daughter, because I was at parents' weekend last weekend, and she's like, "I miss you, mommy." She's getting homesick.
Yeah.
She's a sophomore, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, listen, enjoy it. It goes by so fast. I'm like, enjoy college years.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, just stay there. You know, she wanted to come home.
Yeah.
I was just there. And she's like, can I come home before Thanksgiving break? I'm like, Melania, I'm like, just enjoy it.
Right.
You know, like,
Don't overthink it.
Right.
Just enjoy it.
And if you're playing a sport, I know you like, you know, you could probably get in your own
They
head.
let one game define them. I'm like, one game doesn't define you.
Right.
Like, kind of like look at the big picture. What's the big picture? What's your goal here?
Right.
Like, is it for social? Is it for, you know, the enjoyment? Is it just to stay fit? You know, like, is it to be included in the friend group? You know, whatever it is, like, just figure it out and just, you know, adjust and adapt to like everything. But I think that we get so stuck on performance or playing time as youth athletes. It's like, no, just take it all in, big picture. Enjoy it, have fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, it's good for the listeners out there for like, you know.
Same thing. My daughter's the same thing in
to
Alabama. Just trying
enjoy
to
it.
like, can I come home? What about Halloween? And I'm like,
oh, she's in Alabama.
Yeah, she's in Alabama. But it's the same thing.
Awesome.
Like, it's
That's
the
a good
highs and
school.
lows of like everything's great. You don't hear from them, but then you can see when it's creeping in.
Yeah.
It's homesick, missing it, and I'm like, I understand. But like, enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
How do you approach turning the tables when others doubt you or think you are past in your prime? I don't like that.
Yeah, I think for throughout my career, I was always the underdog. You know, so I think for me, like turning the tables would always be like showing up and proving them wrong on the fields.
I love that.
Right, and not through my voice or yelling or getting an argument.
Oh,
I'm like, all right, you don't think I'm good enough? I'm just gonna prove it to you right now. You know, so I think it was always just leaving it all on the field for me, and then walking
Proving
off like,
it.
yeah, I'm gonna sleep good tonight because I know what I just accomplished today.
So how has your experience been so far on Special Forces?
Special Forces was a challenge, you know, both mentally and physically. Like, I will say I didn't expect it to be as tough as it was.
You didn't?
No, not
Oh my
like
God. Did you watch like
mentally. Yeah, I think
Wait,
it's
did you
hard to
watch-
watch back.
No, but did you watch season 1, 2, and 3 before
No, I
going?
didn't watch anything.
You didn't watch
Didn't watch
it?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
I couldn't because
Christie,
I watched my
watched
teammate.
it,
Oh,
and I was like, and especially all the swimming stuff because
Yeah.
I don't swim.
I'm right there with you. I can't swim.
That's right.
Yeah,
Remember we were like talking about it before
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
And wait, you did good, right?
Yeah, I was able to do the task, but it
So-
wasn't. Yeah, it was challenging.
You did it with Jussie.
Jussie, yeah,
And
after you
then
guys.
he's the one that went through the wrong door.
Yeah.
So look, and you did great. So and you actually did it. You
Yeah, I was
followed-
able to
and you waited
complete
to
that,
20
but then I felt bad because I was like, I thought he was going through the right door, so then I was like, all right, here I go. But you're also like losing your breath, so it was
Right.
like, and then I was like overthinking. So I'm like, could I have pulled his foot back? But I actually really didn't know he was going through the wrong door.
Oh, so you
'Cause
just
it's so
went-
foggy under
Right,
there.
I
You
know.
you can't really see.
I know because the water was.
Yeah, because I just was like,
murky.
here, you know, just trying to feel for the door, and I was like, oh, there it is, and I grabbed it, and I was like,
And that's just, oh
Just-
my
yeah.
God.
I wanted to get out.
Yeah, I
as quickly
remember.
as
So you
possible.
went like after me.
Yeah.
Yes, and like wasn't that scary to watch Eva?
Eva, yeah. So you went right after Eva,
Oh my
and then
God,
I
was
was
freaking out, and I was
freaking
trying to
out.
stay. Did you see me? I was trying to
Yeah.
stay so calm,
Mhm.
and I tried. I was like, you know, because not knowing how to swim, I took one swimming lesson. Did you watch
I
Gia's
didn't even-
TikTok?
Yes, I did. I did see that.
Oh my God, that was my swimming lesson,
Yes.
and thank God I felt so much more comfortable. Thank
Mm-hmm.
God I did that because if I didn't do that, I would have been freaking. I would have
Yeah.
been panicking way before that. But I tried to stay so calm, and then the water was so cold.
So cold, and the pressure. That pressure, I
And
wasn't expecting it to be that. Like the pressure transition from once you're above to underneath. I was like, whew.
Oh, like when we
It
went
wasn't just like
down.
dipping in a pool. You know, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that was tough.
I mean, so far, it's, you know, because you're still on the show. What's what's been your most challenging task that you've done?
There was two. There was that one because
The
I
swimming
remember because I didn't get picked. So the whole time, that 3+ hours I was waiting to do the challenge, DS was like, you're going to do this by yourself. You're going to have to unbuckle the empty chair and then unbuckle yourself. So the whole time I'm like, I'm afraid of water.
Right.
And then I was like, how am I going to do this? But they mess with you the whole time. So you're overthinking. And then I'm like trying to get it down. And then I finally had it in my head. I'm going by myself. And then I get a partner.
Yeah.
Right. So that was like definitely challenging, right? Because it was like, okay. But then, Jesse was so upset with what went on with Eva that I was just like, is he in the mental frame to go with me now? Like, so it was kind of like, there was a lot going on, but that was challenging. And then the one task with the trust fall, there was water involved with the trust fall, and I just was not having it.
Which one?
Where you stand up, like, you go up probably like 2 stories with your back to the water, and then you and your partner have to leave at the same time.
That already happened?
It's coming up.
Oh, okay.
That was
so
the other
that
one. Yeah, so that one.
I saw that one.
Got me where I was like, ooh, I don't want to do that one again.
Wow.
It's probably the only thing that like really like rattled me, because I'm like, water and entering water and not being comfortable in water. I'm like, how am I going to navigate all of this?
Right.
So I went into a little bit of a panic.
So can't wait for you guys to see that one.
Yes, it's coming up.
It's called the Trust Fall?
Yeah, the Trust Fall. Yeah,
wow.
that was a tough one for me.
What did you think about the DSs?
I was intimidated, like definitely respected them, like understood why they had so much discipline and so like their tone was at the level, because it's like it's life or death.
Right.
So once I kind of got into that mind frame of like, okay, this is what we need to do to save each other. I understood, but it's tough, because that's the mental piece of it all. Them getting in your head and, am I good enough? That's the whole time thing. Am I doing this fast enough? Am I doing this, am I disappointing them? Like, so the DS, like I didn't want to disappoint them and respect them, but at the same time, it was so challenging to get so many different commands.
Yeah.
And then your own commands in your head. So, I appreciated it, respect them a lot more now.
Yeah,
after
me too. After
what we've been through.
After going through it, I'm like, I have so much respect.
Yeah, that was like a smidge of what they deal with.
Of what they go through,
No,
For them, I have like so much respect. I always did for the military, but now
it's on a
doing
different level.
It's a totally different level.
Yeah, same.
And then like what what they go through, and
then
and then when those bombs were going off, like when you guys were going through, that was crazy. And like, who did you get along with the most out of everyone on on Special Forces?
I think it was kind of where we were situated within the bedding system. When we were in our cots, because I was next to Sean. And then across from me was Chanel.
Sean.
So actually tonight,
okay.
So tonight I'm gonna actually watch the show with Chanel. Two of us are getting together. But yeah, it's like we were bathroom buddies. So you have to it's almost like you bond, because you're like in the middle of the night waking them up, going to the bathroom. You're just connecting because you're exhausted. We're all laying on our cots. Like, how much time do we have to rest?
Yeah, you're right. And it was Gia, me, Jesse, and then Eva, and then across was Brianna, Mark.
Right.
So
it's like that whole
you're right. So whoever that you're next to, and
then you just get like lucky to bond with somebody else in the cars. Like we got to bond in one of the excursions. I think when we were going right before the water, it was me, you, and Gia in the car. So I got to know you better there. But it's like it's hard, to really bond when you're constantly have a mic on and a camera,
and you're under pressure.
Yeah, and you're like more worried about like what's going on next,
and what's going to happen. I know. So what else you want to tell the viewers about Special Forces?
I think to the viewers, it's like the show is intense, but it doesn't capture everything that we do.
Yeah, like what we actually
within that
went
24
through.
hours. Like we went through
like
a
the
lot
first
more
day.
physical.
Remember the first day? Like we were sleeping, and then they wake us up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And like make us do all those exercises.
And then it's like trying to get your timing down.
And then jump into the water. Remember? Like jump
into the water, and then like burpees and lunges and knee tucks.
Yeah. So what we actually go through, that you guys see, like maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. And it's just more the mental side of like, you always have to be on and ready.
Yeah.
It's like, even though you're sleeping, you're still getting your stuff ready in case they call you. Because you got to get dressed in 5 minutes. So it's like that, like prep work, but then like, okay, I got everything ready, but am I still ready? Because you know how it is when they call you. It takes forever to put your shoes on. It's like
Yeah.
it never took so long because you're just like that. Your anxiety of like, okay, what's coming next?
Yeah.
I remember like I didn't even know like, do I shower? Do I not shower at time? Like I'm so hot. Like all I want to do is get in the shower. But I'm like, is my timing going to be right?
Right.
When do I time this? And then getting out of our work clothes into our clean clothes. A lot of that stuff that you don't realize that goes into the whole mental side of it. And just the exhaustion of like, you know, we sat there for hours waiting
till everybody got
in the
done.
sun, like 110 degrees. You're just baking, you know, very little food, and then you're supposed to be focused and ready to go. I think that's the hard part. I think to capture on the show, where it's like it's not staged.
I know, no, not at all. Exactly, and they don't even see exactly.
No, this is my first time with reality TV, so I thought there'd be a little downtime. You know, like it's reality TV.
Yeah, no, there is downtime. This Special Forces, the hardest show that so far beyond that I've ever done.
Yeah,
like that's the hardest, and you're pretty much on your own. Like there's no producers coming in like telling you what to say or anything like that.
Yeah,
like you're on your own.
Yeah.
Like you know, they just
I thought there would be like a little bit of where we knew like, okay, for this next 2 hours, you guys are good. Nothing's coming. But I was like, we never got that call.
Yeah,
we never got that communication.
Special Forces
is
like, on another level.
It is. It's intense.
It was,
but happy to do it, you know, because you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, no, I'm glad.
Now I know I can survive, I think, in certain situations that I didn't think I could.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did you stay?
What did you think about the food?
The food, it was tough. I will say, like, I didn't eat as much as I should have because the food was terrible and it was hot.
I didn't think the food was bad because, you know what? I did bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, bikini fitness competition. And
so you were used to it.
I was kind of used to the food. And I felt like, you know, it just got the job done.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have to eat
Just
for
dry,
fuel.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, you know.
There's not, for me, I'm not a picky eater at all. I don't really eat a ton. I snack. So that was probably the worst part for me is I don't eat 3 meals.
You didn't eat enough.
So
you were hungry?
I wasn't even hungry. It was just
you weren't. Okay.
like my energy was depleting because I wasn't
you didn't
eating
eat enough, right?
But then the times that we could eat, I was so tired. Or like lunch, it was so hot. The last thing I wanted to do
was eat.
Right. You know, so I regret not fueling up more.
Yeah.
If I knew, like, I was like, I'll just wait for the next meal. It'll be better.
Yeah.
It was not after like day 2, I'm like, all right, I gotta start eating. But I was already behind the game because when we got those sandwiches day 1 before we went down in the helicopter, I didn't eat mine because it was like gross.
Yeah,
I couldn't, you know, I couldn't get it down, and that destroyed me because I didn't eat from breakfast at 3:30.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. Mine wasn't so bad.
We had like a Caesar.
Yeah, mine wasn't
sandwich,
so, yeah.
but it was like stale bread and like the lettuce was already like.
Oh really?
Hot.
See, mine wasn't so bad. Maybe I don't know. Maybe yours was sitting or something. I don't know. But mine wasn't so bad. I was like, oh, this is not bad, because like it was plain. Like I was like, oh, this is not bad. Like because I don't like that. You know, I'm like it was just clean food that you know you just need it for fuel. You know.
Yeah. Well, the good thing was it was clean. Like so when I got back, I will say like. My eating habits changed because of the show. Because I was like, stopped dairy, stopped gluten. Because I'm like, we didn't get any of that on the show.
Oh my god! Good.
You know, I was eating a little bit of bread, but nothing.
So really, you're not doing gluten now?
Yeah. So I feel so much better.
That's so
I will say,
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to go back to pasta.
Yeah.
I had to go back to pasta.
Yeah. Gluten-free pasta is not very good. So
no, but it's not bad. You know what? Because you know. Eating like gluten-free bread, I tried it. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I know.
It's really not that bad.
More of that.
But I felt like I'm more dairy conscious. Than the gluten. But I was like, man, I didn't have any.
And I'm sure you feel better.
So much better.
You know, trust me, when I eat that, it's like weighs on me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I was trying to take a little bit what I could take, little takeaways from the show.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So guys, make sure you keep watching Special Forces. It's an amazing, amazing show. Yeah, and I was so honored to do it with you, Christie.
Yes, you too, yeah.
These are fan questions.
Okay.
So, what was your favorite uniform or jersey you ever wore and why?
Wow, that's a good question. I think they brought an old school jersey back. It was authentic. It was just like white with the old crest, which was like
A blue lettering?
Like it was more of like old school stars with just the red, white, and blue flag, you know, but it
okay.
was like just simple. Like I'm very like simple. So it was just like that shined as the crest and who I'm playing for, and the rest was just white. Yeah.
So I like that. Who was the toughest opponent you faced in your career?
Japan was our toughest opponent. We actually faced them in 3 FIFA World Cup finals.
Wow.
One was in the Olympics and 2 were World Cup, and they were just tough because they were always on the same page, good rhythm, you know, knocking the ball around as we just had to have a lot of patience because we defended a lot of that game, but you know, we always got them in the transition. You know, our forwards did a really good job of being ready when the ball came to them, you know, to put the ball in the back of the net. So we just had to like weather the storm of they're going to possess the ball a lot longer than we are. We just have to stay true to who we are and stick to our game plan. But they were tough. They were tough.
Like you guys beat them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Wow.
They got us in 2011. They beat us in the final in the World Cup. And then we got them in 2008 and 2004. I think it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You remember.
I know. Like, there's so many games. That
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know.
I know we played them 3 times.
What is a pre-game ritual that helped you stay focused and calm before a tournament?
Yeah, the pregame rituals. I sat in the same seat on the bus next to Abby Wambach. You know, we just like same routine. And then I was one that was very about getting up and dancing in the locker room, having the energy
like
just to
that.
kind of not think about the game, just let all those nerves get out. And we did the same warm up. You know, walked out the same in line, and then just focused on the warm up. And then when the whistle blew, it was like game on. But it's just trying to not think about the game before it happens. You know, that was the thing is I never wanted to live in the outcome. So it was just like staying present. It was like, here's my bus ride. I'm going to dance it up in the locker room, get all that nervous energy out. And then now it's game time.
I like that.
Yeah.
What do you tell your daughters about following their dreams?
I talk to them a lot about their dreams, making sure that actually set goals, right? And where do you want to be in their next phase of life, and not letting the distractions get in the way of their dreams, you know, because we all make decisions, and I want them to be independent and make their own choices and their decisions, but try not to let distractions, whether it's a relationship or something's too hard, like if school's getting too tough, I'm like, don't let that get in the way of where you want to be. Like, you just got to keep pushing forward and work at it. You know, but you have to set those dreams. Right. You have to set those goals and then work towards them. Like, what are the process goals in order to get there, and kind of make sure you're checking it off. You know, it's like these athletes that play sports that just don't prepare and then expect to be on a team.
Right.
Right. It's just like at a lower level, it's like you got to get ready and prepared. Right. You got to earn it.
The work.
You know, and it was like just earning it feels better.
Yeah. And you're a great role model.
Oh, thank you.
No. What is one moment off the field that changed your view on success or identity beyond being an athlete?
I think the identity piece is tough because I was an athlete my whole life. So I think off the field, when I think I pulled away and did some commentating, you know, and realized the viewpoint from behind the game versus being in the game was very different. So I think I pulled away enjoying, like, actually loved the game more than I thought I did. And actually to watch and observe it and to like talk about it is really also what gets me motivated. You know, I thought it was just more the competing and playing and like the challenge, but then now I love to like watch it, break it down and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like just a different perspective.
Like that. Yeah. I could totally see you doing that. Do you do a lot of that?
I did one World Cup, you know, but it was tough with the kids, you know, and you're gone for so long. So, you know, and it was just getting used to this, being on camera, and, you know, wasn't used to it as much. Like, I built through it. Like, I felt like I put myself in an uncomfortable position. Yeah. And by the end, I was very comfortable. But you don't do it that often. The more, you know, it's like anything else, the more you do it, the better you feel.
Yeah. And then you were being filmed, but you didn't even know because you
I
were
had no
playing.
idea. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you know, on the field, I mean, like you're being filmed the whole time, but you
just don't think
about
that
it.
way. You're like,
Yeah, it was so awesome.
It was
to be on Special Forces with you. Yeah. I mean, did you know when I left why I left?
I didn't.
Like, did you have a feeling?
I didn't know until like obviously we talked about it like in the van and stuff, but I just remember they called my number and I was like, here I go. So I was like in the zone. I was like, I've never fought. I've never like done this. I didn't have my mouthpiece in.
You didn't?
No, because they called it like a gummy or something. So they're like, get your gummies. And I just kind of ignored it, you know? So I was like, okay. So we're standing there and I was like one of those like, oh no, I'm going to have to do something. I'm in trouble. Like I don't have my mouthpiece in. So I kind of like yelled. I was like, yes, I don't have my mouthpiece. I'm allowed to get it. And he, you know, obviously, go get your, yelling at me. I'm like, okay. So when I went over, got it, I like had no idea you were leaving because I thought I was supposed to fight you. Mm-hmm. So I thought that originally I was like, okay, fit. That was my whole time. I'm like, okay, same age group, probably putting us together. You're fit, you know, like here we go. And I'm like, you were a bodybuilder. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to fight Teresa? Like, she's like badass, you know? So then I'm like, okay. So I'm getting in the mind frame. And then it's Gia. You're gone. And I turn around.
Yeah, because I mean, Gia and I did a lot of talking before, when we were in Marrakesh when we got there, before we went to North Africa, and she was just telling me like I do have a lot of anger inside of me because of what happened in my life,
right?
You know, built up, and she's like was telling me, Ma, you have to just let the anger go, and about a lot of things, about her dad and a lot of things about my career.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so, as a mom, like I'm always a mom first, because when you have kids, that's what happens. And I was like, how could I want to show my daughter, of course, be a good example. And I was like, I need to show her that, I want to let go of the anger. So I was like, fighting to me, there was two parts of it.
Like you're internally fighting with yourself.
Yeah. Like I didn't want to show her, I wanted to stop the fighting. Mm-hmm. So like, by me being physical, that's fighting.
Right.
So I didn't want to show her that, like me actually fighting, because that's still showing the fight.
Right.
So being out there with the fight. And then, of course, I didn't want, there was no way I would have been able to watch my daughter fight. I would have jumped in.
Yeah.
There was no
that would have made
way.
for such good TV.
That's what I said.
You came out from the back.
And that, exactly, because
right.
I would have definitely jumped in.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. And then, like, did you see the one after now? Because I wasn't there in the beginning. Right. You were with me when we first got taken from the bus, right? You were with me.
Yes, I was with you.
Did you see how Billy grabbed her from her head and was sticking her face?
Yeah.
In
the water?
Right. You were with me.
I was on the other, I was with you. And like he was like putting their.
Like they didn't do that to us.
No, they didn't do that to us.
I know. And I was just like, and I don't know when they threw me on the ground, my face didn't go all the way in the dirt. Yeah. Did you see? Okay, because my hair went like this, so you couldn't see it. And then you just I put my tape on, like on my Instagram. I don't know if you saw it. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
I put it on my face because like my face didn't go in the dirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they see that I have no dirt on my face,
no, when you did that,
no mud.
Yes.
I took the mud and I put it on my face because I was like, I didn't want them to like stick my face in the
and I went all in because I was like,
I saw it. Like everybody else had like their faces in the mud. I was like,
because Andrew's like, you went all in. I was like, well, I don't want to do anything else. Like we've already done enough. Like I'm like,
so then that's why I'm like, when I even when I watch it sometimes and like reruns on right now, I'm like, gee, I can't believe he did that to you.
I know.
Like was sticking your head, grabbing your hair like that. I'm like,
and then just
if I was there like that, see, I feel like all that was supposed to be that way. Because like if I would have saw that, I would have definitely said something to him.
Yeah.
And we would have gotten in trouble. I would have got
That's why they
punished.
split you guys up in the beginning.
I don't know. Like I don't know if that was the reason why, but I was like, wow.
Or they wanted to make you think like, did she leave or is she okay?
Oh yeah.
You know,
and like
the whole part is it's so mental.
And that's the thing. Yeah,
the
that's
whole
what it
show
was.
Is so mental.
So mentally, like that. So I just wanted to. I don't know if you knew exactly why. So I just wanted to tell you that's exactly why.
No, it makes sense.
There was like a lot, and it's like. And I just,
there's more behind it. That's what people don't understand.
And I cried. I cried that whole night in the hotel. Like, it was because it was the end of the second day.
Yeah.
So I cried that, like it was like a long time before but even time I got to the hotel, I cried that whole night. I cried the whole next day in the airport, going to the airport. I cried till she came home. Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, no idea what's going on.
I cried till she came home. So, and then my husband's like, what happened to you? He's like, you seem so different. And I'm like, it was like very traumatic.
It was. It's definitely life-changing. I will
Yeah,
say that.
I mean, it was definitely like so intense, and I mean, it was like one of the hardest challenges I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. I just don't think they, even the behind, like when you watch, is like, I still don't feel like they capture like how tough it is.
Right, because even Randall Cobb said in like we're in
our
the
little
group text,
yeah.
he's like they don't even show half the shit that we did.
I know some of the challenges that we think are hard maybe aren't good for TV, but I was like, oh,
Right.
I was dying, or like they're gonna show me like panicking or breathing heavy, like all these things in your head.
That's what I
You're
thought
like,
too, because I was like breathing so heavy, like, and I was like dying, and they didn't show any of that.
They didn't show any of it.
I was like those stairs.
The stairs.
I was, and we'll have to say, I want to give props to Billy because he pushed me.
Did he?
Like to go up those stairs, because I was like that backpack was so heavy, and it's like you think you're fit, but like going there and carrying that backpack, and then it's
100 miles an hour, everything
and
too.
then over 100 degrees. Like it was so hot. It's like a totally different level.
Yeah. You can't prepare for that.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do to prepare.
And then I have to say, also, what I love, I feel like coming back from that, I feel stronger. How about you?
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's
absolutely.
one good.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I wasn't there that long, but I'm glad I did it now.
Yeah, because you put
afterwards.
yourself, we all put ourselves in an extremely uncomfortable position.
Yes.
Right? And then you're getting thrown into every task.
Yeah.
Like there's no prep work for it.
Yeah,
So it's
no.
like, you're just like, all right, here we go. Here's the
But
mental
you
toughness.
did
You're
great
like,
on
"Oof."
it.
Yeah.
I know. And then you ended up, are you still on it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, you
Yeah.
guys got to keep watching.
Yes.
Yeah, she's amazing on it. Yeah, so keep watching. So we're not going to tell you, anything.
Yeah.
Keep watching. All right. So tell everybody where they can find you. Like your social.
Like Christie Rampone 3 on all Twitter, across the face. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being on Turning
Thank
the
you.
Table. So I say thanks for listening to Turning the Tables. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you again. Love, love, love.
I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables. Let's go. I know you love my style. I'm gonna make them smile. I am the one to win. Keeping them all to win. I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables.